Hey everyone and welcome. They say in schools it's not shroomed. They say in schools it's not in doc. They say in schools it's just discussion and debate. Well, a conversation that was recorded by a pupil recently has shown that it's much, much worse than everything that we even dreamed of.
The core is one, and I can behold the tide.
And that is struggle sessions. Now, if you don't know what a struggle session is, have a look up Communist China and you'll understand exactly what I mean. Well, a Church of England school teacher went off on a pupil because she refused to buy into trans ideology over biology. Now, the pupils that were being struggle sessioned by the teacher, because that's what it was, did a very, very good job of staying calm and arguing their point. But the response by the teacher is absolutely disgusting, and I can guarantee this won't be an isolated incident. If this is what this teacher's saying, this is what they're all saying. Let's have a listen to what was actually said, shall we? Now, a row started in Rye College in East Sussex on Friday at the end of Year 8 class on life education, in which they were told they can be who they want to be and how you identify is up to you. At which point, one of the pupils said that they identified as are we ready? Cat. It's not even the same species. Now, one of the girls at this point, apparently, these are 12-year-old girls, said, how can you identify as a cat when you're a girl? This caused uproar by the teacher. Now let's have a listen to what the teacher said. How dare you, she said. You've just really upset someone by questioning their identity. The pupils responded, if they want to identify as a cat or something, then they are genuinely unwell. The teacher then asked the girls, where did you get this idea that there are only two genders? It is not an opinion. Does anyone agree with that? Anyone? Didn't think so. The teacher then said, gender is not linked to the parts that you were born with. Gender is about how you identify, which is what I said right from the very beginning of the lesson. She added, there is actually 3 biological sexes because you can be born with male and female body parts or hormones. And there are lots of genders. There is transgender, there is agender, who are people who don't believe they have a gender at all. The girls replied with, I don't agree with that. You can't have a gender identity. If you have a VV, you're a girl, and if you have a PP, you're a boy. That's it. The teacher then went ballistic. What do you mean you can't have it? It's not a law. Cisgender is not necessarily the way to be. You were talking about the fact that cisgender is the norm. It is that you identify with the sexual organ you were born with. Most people do. That's basically what you're saying, which is really despicable. Despicable. Biological fact is now despicable to your children's teachers. Are we seeing why I think it's a lot worse than shroom and indoc, and why I think it's akin to struggle sessions? The teacher suggested at that point that they were both homophobic and confused, which the girls denied, obviously, because they're not. When the pupils said their mothers would be on their side, the teacher responded with, well, that's very sad as well then. So in other words, passing judgment for something that isn't even agreed science, let alone actual science. The teacher said that if you don't like it, you need to go to a different school, which is abhorrent. That is a out and out threat to a child from a adult in a position of authority, the teacher. How dare you? If this woman's still working by the end of the week, you know something's wrong in schools and you should be getting your kids as far away from teachers as you possibly can. She added, I'm reporting you to a senior staff member. You need to have a proper educational conversation about equality, diversity and inclusion. Educational conversation meaning we will tell you what you need to think and you will think it or you'll be kicked out of school. Because I'm not having that expressed in my lesson, she said. Now this is absolutely shocking, isn't it? I would be calling for a jail sentence for any adult that would do this outside of a classroom. So I don't think it should be any different for this teacher, to be honest. Sacking, disciplinary, not enough. This is attacking the most vulnerable in society from a position you were given to look after the most vulnerable in society. And it's absolutely shocking. And I don't think this is an isolated incident. I can guarantee this will be happening a lot. So well done to the girls for recording it and getting it out there, because this is something that parents should know, is it not? Let me know what you think though. Stay sane. I'll see you on the next one.